All right, we ready?
I can't help but think about Upton Sinclair, who said, "It's hard to get a man to believe something when his salary depends on his not believing it."
That's your business too, Bill.
So you must believe this.
Okay, he's got the Upton Sinclair quote wrong. It's difficult to get a man to understand something when his salary depends on his not understanding it. He substituted the word believe.
So you must believe this.
This is not a scientific anything. This is a belief system. And he actually proves it by using the word belief instead of understand.
Shut up, slave.
Science.
So I predict that the year 2016 will be among the top 10 hottest years ever recorded. Oh, I'm not a scientist.
I'm not a scientist either, but
Believe
this.
You believe in the wrong religion, my friend. Douche.
Was it appropriate to jail the guys from Enron? Was it appropriate to jail people from the cigarette industry? So I can see where people are very concerned about this and are pursuing criminal investigations. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So what we want to do is have a fee for carbon.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get all kinds of crazy symptoms from untreated syphilis, which was always untreated before penicillin. Terrible disease. It was a scourge. Syphilis.
Get the llama out. Get the llama out.
I believe, by the way, I think the first syphilis came over from explorers, because syphilis is kind of a gross story. Syphilis, I believe, I'm pretty sure it's syphilis, not gonorrhea that I'm talking about, but one of the two. But syphilis came over, it never existed in Europe at all until the 1500s. Syphilis, hey, honey, I'm home.
Get the llama out. Get the llama out.
After explorers came back from South America, where it turns out that llamas have syphilis naturally.
Nice. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
And you can put two and two together and come up with how that transference took place. But once it happened, it happened. Syphilis.
Get the llama out. Get the llama out. Nice.
Syphilis.
Get the llama out. Get the llama out. Okay.
And so anyway, it became a scourge. They couldn't do anything about it. And it wasn't until Fleming came along and accidentally discovered penicillin that they actually got rid of it. It was terrible. Everything makes nothing but sense.
Whenever the president finds any aliens, any aliens, or of any class of aliens, whenever the president finds aliens, any aliens, or of any class of aliens,
I'm trying to discuss nuance while they paint us and our candidates with the broadest of hateful brushes.
Complicated guy.
I mean, I can't imagine he has any friends.
He's a Nazi. Well, he's anti.
You tell me that two same-sex people who love each other getting married somehow threatens your marriage.
I mean,
reasonable, complicated guy.
In the Democratic Party right now, there are now churches / white power meetups refusing to see things mine.
wow.
People like to throw around this word Nazi.
I mean,
a reasonable person who's much more if somebody you can talk to, there was chief of staff, and then the senior advisor was a Nazi. But
How many white people leave the Democratic Party? Holier than thou churches / white power meetups refusing to see things mine.
Wow.
Complicated, but he's anti-Semitic. He's
If you've been to see things, Mom.
a complicated guy.
We don't need what now? The Democrats, we don't need wine.
Anti-Semitic. You're pointable.
People leading the we don't people we don't need wine.
Wow.
Senior anti-black, and he's okay, hang on. Okay, it's pretty big.
People
Why are you sitting here?
wine. We don't need white.
It's a big, pretty big. Pretty much uncertain.
You're slapped.
I do not take dick pics. I do not take dick pics. I do not take dick pics.
Putin.
Pumped, I'm pumped, you pumped, I'm pumped. You pumped, I'm pumped, you pumped, I'm pumped.
Pumped? I'm pumped.
We cannot surrender to those who want to weaken or invalidate the transatlantic bond, without which global order and peace cannot survive.
Actually, what we're hearing is the true nature of the European project, which is genuine anti-Americanism.
Centralization makes it easier to integrate into a one world government.
Moloch. Just setting the record straight so you know who our closest and strongest ally is.
Moloch.
Chlamydia, clamacophobia, WAPO.
Yeah, WAPO.
Gorka, WAPO.
Gorsuch, John Jondru, Demodarin, WAPO.
Climacophobia.
The Canadians are helping us.
Canadians are good.
Victoria, BC is the prettiest town on the West Coast, period.
I'm going to move up there. I'm done.
It's the prettiest place you've ever seen. It's got a little Chinatown. It's unbelievable.
Poland, still no change for you. We really don't care about you. Moloch, chlamydia, clamacophobia, WAPO.
Yeah, WAPO.
Gorka, WAPO.
Gorsuch, John Jondru, Demodarin. Make a donation to the Scott M. Memorial Fund. Make a donation to the Scott M. Memorial Fund. Make a donation to the Scott M. Memorial Fund.
Literally.
In the morning. 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 In the morning.
I think they're human beings who said, you want to know what? I'm going to strip rights away from you.
In the morning.
Slamming the UN as just a club for people to get together.
There is a boots on the ground reality that exists. That if you don't live in these communities, you have no idea what it's like. Just like in a war zone, to hear gunshots all night long. To hear gunshots when the children are walking to school. To hear gunshots when you're trying to walk from the bus corner back to your house. It is traumatic. And it creates a situation that is just untenable.
Beautiful. Yum.
I just want to say, young man, no selfie. selfies in the middle of me talking. Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on. But this guy. Come on. But this guy. Come on. Don't be bamboozled. Young man, no selfies in the middle of me talking. Come on. Don't be bamboozled. Come on. Come on. Young man, no selfies in the middle of me talking.
Why NPR and radio in general is, you're seeing it now. It will take another 10, 20 years before it's really completely dead. And maybe there's some alternative use found for the transmitters that'll be hanging around. But here's the thing. People in the industry don't understand the reason why they were able to make money so fabulously for such a long time is because they controlled the network.
Classic network.
Now, once you put that onto the actual network, which is the internet, you cannot monetize that network. You cannot monetize the network. The old system was you have the network and people really can only get programming through you. So they're forced into your network, your listeners or your viewers at that point. And then you control everything, so you can control advertising and how it's measured. And all that's bullcrap too, by the way. It's not that television measurement is any better than podcast measurement. We still don't know if you're actually sitting there with your eyes on the screen. In the new world, the network builds itself around you, and then it supports you in whatever way is appropriate for the community, the network you have built. So for us, that's donations, but it's a lot more. That's our network. We get songs, jingles, ideas, inside information, artwork, you name it. That's the new model. And the old
inside out.
It's completely inside out, and you have to take advantage of the technology. And so making money in a network is over. A lot of NPR programming is just not interesting enough because they're not honest. They can't be honest because of their sponsors, underwriters, advertisers, call you what you want. I mean, they're insane. They're crashing and burning
in slow motion.
And it's very, very slow motion. Yes, very, very slow motion.
Which makes it more fun to watch. Real-time slow motion is fantastic. Fantastic.
The problem with the thing is that it's not the business model. It is the actual concept of what broadcasting in a network is. Your networks will support you. It's such a huge, gaping business opportunity to facilitate supporting podcasts through your system. Just like you revolutionized the music business by burning it to the ground, you actually revolutionize something that is already smoldering and needs to catch fire. It's so obvious.
Well, no, it's not. It took you 10 years. Give me a break.